a look at a capacity crowd that's been anxiously awaiting the start of this one. It's Game 4 of the National League Division Series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Colorado Rockies. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
And remember now, this is only a 5-game series, so this is an elimination game. And I think that anytime a team's season is on the line, well, they've got to play with a sense of urgency. So I think that's exactly what we're going to see here.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, welcome your 2014 Colorado Rockies.
Briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. The guys will have much more to talk about as the night progresses, but first, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks as manager Kirk Gibson sets his 1 through 9 up this way. And there's a look at the starter this lineup will match up against as you take a look at his line on the right side of your screen. Gerardo Parra will be the batter. And a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw not in time, so he's able to beat one out here to kick off the ball game. Aaron Hill will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out. Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Even for a veteran pitcher, big games like this will bring out the butterflies. He's going to need to settle in here, really work on getting a ground ball.
Paul Goldschmidt will stand in, and this pitching staff has kept his bat silent throughout the series so far.
Yeah, just 2 hits for him so far, but you got to figure he's due. I don't think they're going to hold him down all series long.
For one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Yeah, and sometimes all it takes is just one good sequence to get your groove going out there on the mound. I mean, still in a little bit of a jam out there, but hopefully for him, the strikeout will help loosen him up a bit.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. Well, as if things weren't bad enough, he's in danger now of loading the bases for that man.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever a sound strategy in anybody's book.
And, oh, he thought he'd work the walk, but it's a called strike 2 now. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Mark Trumbo will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
That pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away. Martin Prado will get his first opportunity here in Game 4. And you'd have to say he's been a non-factor here these first 3 games.
And if they're going to have any chance of moving on, he's going to have to step up his game. They need him to help anchor this attack, and he's been absent so far.
And that That misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Boy, talk about a tough start to a ball game. Everything that could go wrong, it has gone wrong here in the first inning, and forcing in a run with a bases-loaded walk just could be the tip of the iceberg.
Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. Only 1 in the inning for Arizona. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. D-backs lead it 1-0. DJ LeMahieu digs in at the plate. Now he swings and hits this ball on the ground. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Time to check out the scouting report here as we run the numbers on this 26-year-old right-hander. Nolan Arenado steps in now. Pitch runs in a little here as this is softly hit out towards short. Throw on to first, and Cahill's looking sharp here. 2 away. Carlos Gonzalez will get his first cuts now, and he'll do so with the bases empty and 2 away here in the first. Right there at the belt. 1-2 now. Now the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And a sinker there. Swung on and missed for out number 3. Didi Gregorius leads things off now in the top half of the second. And this is on the ground toward the hole. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. Trevor Cahill will get his first cuts here. And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I'll tell you, if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch. That's just a tough call to go against you.
And that one is a cold strike as he's rebounded to run it full now, 3-2.
Well, that may have been the last pitch in the at-bat that he could do something with. You're not going to get anything better than that.
Now a swing and a miss, he struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. Gerardo Parra will stand in. He singled to lead off the ball game and later came around to score the game's first run. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Swing and a miss as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. After the break, don't go away. Troy Tulowitzki will start things off. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Rockies 0. Troy Tulowitzki will get his shot now. Great power numbers during the regular season. Still searching for that first home run in the postseason, however.
And these guys really need him to start producing because it seems like pitchers have the upper hand in the postseason. You're always facing the other team's best. And they've pretty well neutralized him all October long.
And he goes down and gets this one as it's lifted high into the air out to medium deep center. Parra is there, and he has it for the first out.
This crowd oohs and ahs every time this guy hits a fly ball. But he didn't get all of that one, and it's pretty much a can of corn.
Michael Kadire will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
And this pitch is hit hard as it'll fall into right field for their first hit of the ball game.
That was one heck of a battle there at the plate. You know, the more pitches you see in an at-bat, the more likely you're going to get something good. Delivers a sharp single there.
Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And Montero's tag will be applied a fraction too late. He's in there to score.
Well, time for another old baseball cliche. It's a game of inches. And it was on this ball. Take a look at how close this is to the foul line. This is not a fair ball by a whole lot, but I guarantee you he'll take it. He pulls into second with an RBI double.
Willeen Rosario will get his first shot at it here. Hit sharply on the ground toward the hole, and that is into right field, a base hit. Ross able to get it in quickly here, and that'll hold that runner at third base. Corey Dickerson will get his first opportunity now. The 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full 3-2.
Now with 2 strikes, you can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout.
Lined hard to center field. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Ulysses Chassin stand in now, and we'll see if the sacrifice will be on here with 1 man out. And he's bunting here with 2 strikes, but this ball will get foul, and that idea didn't pan out. DJ LeMahieu, we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home here in the inning so far. Oh, and he just throws the glove up there and snares it. Aaron Hill will start things off for the Diamondbacks, with Paul Goldschmidt set to follow next. Fouled back. And this is going to be a foul ball. Lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Yeah, and on 2-2 to start an inning, that's a call you'd like to get.
And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit fairly well out toward left field. Gonzalez is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Paul Goldschmidt will try it again, set down on strikes his first time. And this is fouled back and out of play. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Yeah, it took him a few batters to get it going in the first, but after that first inning run, he's come back to retire the next 6 in a row.
A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing.
And that misses 2-2.
Sometimes all it takes is just one call to go against you, like that one right there, and then you get yourself out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to put that behind you and move on.
And he gets around on the fastball here and sends one deep down the right field line. And he's able to get there on the long run, and he covered a lot of ground there as the side is retired. Nolan Arenado makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. Carlos Gonzalez will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. To his left, he's got it. Throw on to first, 2 gone. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And danger now is standing in as the fine shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. Out in front here as this is pulled down the third base line. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller, the thought is that you've got to get out there and hit the ball before it sinks. So that means if you're a right-handed hitter, you got to jump out there and pull it. And that's exactly what he did.
Tulowitzki holds, and now the pitch. Now here's a swing and a ground ball. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Rockies strand 1. They still lead it 2-1. Mark Trumbo will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And both of these guys will get it up to over 90, as you can see. 94 for one, 91 for the other. Martin Prado will dig in. Drew a walk his first time around. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
You just get the sense that he's got it on cruise control out there now. Make it 9 in a row he's set down.
Cody Ross will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. Big swing, and this is a major league pop-up way up there toward the center of the diamond. Chacin is there, and the side is retired. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They still trail it here 2-1. Justin Morneau will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. The 2-1. That's on the outside corner. Count 2-2.
And now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
Now here's a ground ball that'll get by the mound and into center field for a leadoff single.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Grounded to third. This could be two. To second for one. On to Goldschmidt. A double play.
Boy, that's the great thing about having a good sinker, and it seems like a lot of times, even when guys do get a hit off of you, the next guy's going to come up and ground into a double play anyway. We've seen it before, and that's exactly what happens here.
Corey Dickerson will stand in, an RBI single in his first appearance. Waits out the changeup there as it's belted high and deep into right center. And this one is a home run. Solo shot to right center. His first homer so far in the series, and it's given the Rockies a 3-1 lead.
Boy, the ball is definitely jumping here early. That's the first home run we've seen so far, but it's not the first hard hit ball, and it's looking like it might not be such a good night to be a pitcher.
Ulysses Chassin will stand in. Struck out trying to bunt his first time. The 3-1 is on the way. In there on the inside corner. Don't know that he liked it, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Now here's a ball hit sharply toward the right side. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Boy, how about that at-bat from your pitcher? You started thinking this is already a really good at-bat because he's seen so many pitches, but then he caps it off by finishing it with a base hit.
And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases.
But that is just picture perfect right there. You know as a hitter that you're going to want to make sure you hit it to the right side to get that runner to third base. But if you do it well enough, you get yourself a base hit to go along with it. Check it out. He lets this pitch get almost past him, but then he manages to still get good contact.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Rockies strike for one, and it comes on this solo home run. We played 4. It's now 3-1 Colorado. Didi Gregorius will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. Fouled back. Here's a swing and a chance now for Morneau over at first. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. Trevor Cahill will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. Here he comes on 2-2. Oh, this is hit hard towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out.
And that's one of the hardest hit balls these guys have had all game long, and I'm not so sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing when you consider it's the pitcher doing it. But even he wound up having nothing to show for it.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And this one misses inside a ball he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Aaron Hill will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. Score holds, it's 3-1. Carlos Gonzalez will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Swing and a shot toward right center. This will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
Well, that one looked like for all the world it was a sure single leading off the inning. It was certainly hit hard enough, but evidently it was hit a little too hard as it winds up getting flagged down, and that's just a tough break.
And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
And he's saying, give me a break. I mean, that pitch is right there. And I tell you, though, complaining like that is only going to squeeze that strike zone a little more.
Two and two now.
Oh, that's a good fastball right there, and you had to figure that he was looking for that sinker.
Here's a drive out toward left center field, and this might get to the wall as Trumbo and Parra have to chase this one down. Tulowitzki will take the turn and head for home. And tack on one more, make it a 4-1 lead.
We'll get a good look at this from up in our press box cam. You can see the 2 outfielders give chase, but this is almost perfectly between them as it finds a gap for a double.
Now you see Diamondbacks manager Kirk Gibson out of the dugout and on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all she wrote here for Trevor Cahill. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Randall Delgado is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Justin Morneau will be his first assignment out of the bullpen as he'll stand in with a runner in scoring position at second and 1 away. Fastball in there, 3-2.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
Swing and a tapper out in front. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Willeen Rosario will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Runner holding tight at second. Now the pitch. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. And he swings and hits this ball high in the air and deep to left center field. Trumbo will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Rockies get a run on the double by Kadire. We're through 5 innings here tonight. Colorado leads it 4-1. Back with Eric Harris and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as it's Paul Goldschmidt that'll lead things off for Arizona. And maybe an excuse-me swing there as this is tapped in front of the mound. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
There's a look at his pitches by inning, and as you can see, he's hit 85 for the game now, so you have to think they're watching him pretty closely in that dugout.
And they'll back him off a bit with a fastball in, but it's 3-1 now.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. They can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
Montero waits, now the pitch. Oh, and he squares up on this one as it's hit high and deep out to straightaway right field. Kadire is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. Mark Trumbo come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
And even 3-2, I don't know if you want to challenge him here. Better to put him on than to give up a solo home run.
The flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. Rockies lead this one 4-1. Corey Dickerson will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. Misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th. Ulysses Chassin will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Ross is over near the stands as he makes the catch for the first down. DJ LeMahieu will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. Here's the 1-1. Big breaking ball and a beauty that time. 1-2.
Oh, man, he must have been looking for something else. That was a curveball that had "hit me" written all over it, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
And he struck him out. Josh Colmenter will be summoned now to take over following the injury.
Number 55, Josh Colmenter.
Nolan Arenado will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Changeup had him fooled a bit as this is on the ground to third. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for Colorado as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Welcome back to Coors Field here in Denver. Game 4 is off to the 7th inning now, but before we get it started, let's check out our game summary to this point. Martin Prado will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7. No leadoff walk just yet as that finds the strike zone and the count comes full at 3-2.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
Hit hard toward the right side. And Morneau won't be able to track this down. It's a fair ball. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
A rare mistake pitch there. That's just their second hit of the ball game, but this will go for a double.
Cody Ross will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips. Here's one hit towards the hole, but he gets back in time, safe at second base. Didi Gregorius will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
And for the pitcher, Coleman. Chavez.
Now here comes the Rockies skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all now for Ulysse Chassin. So as he leaves, he stands to perhaps be the winning pitcher here, unless, of course, all 3 runners come around to score, in which case he'd get a no decision. Eric Chavez will stand in against the new pitcher, and he couldn't ask for a better scenario as he stands in with the bases loaded and nobody out. Oh, and it misses, ball 4, and that will force home a run. Gerardo Parra will be the batter, and he'll have a great chance to perhaps tie things up here. Tulowitzki for 1. Back to Morneau, a double play.
Well, you know, nothing kills a rally quite like a double play ball. But this is a double whammy. You've got a double play with the bases loaded and nobody out. They do get 1 run here, but it comes at a pretty hefty price.
Aaron Hill will step in now in a real pressure spot as he's got the possible tying run 90 feet away at third. Now the 1-1. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. 3 runs, just 2 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. Stretch time coming up here in Denver. Rockies lead it 4-3. David Hernandez will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. Carlos Gonzalez will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th. Now a curveball, and he pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And gone! A home run! A solo shot here for Carlos Gonzalez. His 4th long ball of this series, and it's now 5-3.
This is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Troy Tulowitzki will dig in, 1 for 2 to this point in the ball game. And now some action in that Arizona bullpen, as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw. Swinging a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. The 2-2. Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2. Tulowitzki comes up empty there as he swings and misses for the first out. Michael Kadire will dig in. He doubled home a run last time around. 3-2, here it comes. And here's a fastball that he takes the other way out to fairly deep right. And the Rockies just keep right on rolling as this ought to be extra bases again. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night. So a call to the bullpen now, and they'll make a move for the left-hander here. Justin Morneau will be his first assignment down in the bullpen as he'll stand in with a runner in scoring position at second and one away. That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2. Boy, he sure can sling that thing, can't he?
You sure can. A very wide arm angle, comes from the first base side. It's not straight either, it's moving.
He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away. Willeen Rosario will step in with a big opportunity to get that insurance run home from second. And ball four here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with two gone.
Yeah, they decide they don't even want to mess around with this guy. With his track record, it's hard to say you blame him. Let somebody else beat you.
Corey Dickerson will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward. Now, meanwhile, this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with two gone.
Yeah, just a nice job of hitting that time. You can see he's got a strong top hand there. He just hooks this one into the hole for a two-out single.
Drew Stubbs will be called on as a pinch hitter here in a big, big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with two out in the inning. The 1-1. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
And a fastball here is swung on and lifted in the air to left. Trumbo is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases loaded jam by giving up just one run. Rockies get one on the solo blast from Carlos Gonzalez. 7 complete here tonight. It's now 5-3 Colorado. Rex Brothers will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
49. Rex Brothers.
Paul Goldschmidt will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Now here it comes. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. And this is going to find its way into left for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard to start the 8th.
The hits have certainly been few and far between so far. Just their 3rd hit of the ball game, and we're in inning number 8. From an offensive standpoint, you know, that's just not going to get it done.
And this is fouled back and out of play. 3 runs, 3 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Mark Trumbo will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Now a softly hit ball towards second. This will be a tough 2. And a throw on to Morneau for out number 2. Rockies on top here at Coors Field as you get a look at our line score through the first 7 innings. Martin Prado will step in as the possible tying run, but just a single here could make this a 1-run game. Runner staying tight to the bag at second. Here's the pitch. 2-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. And, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
And you know, this is one of those plays that just has to get made. He's got the shortest throw on the infield, but for whatever reason, he just fires this one wide at first, and he's going to get stuck with an E4.
Cody Ross will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Diamondbacks strand a pair. Still a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3. There's Arizona manager Kirk Gibson on his way to home plate, lineup card in hand, so one would assume we're going to see a double switch here. Brad Ziegler is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Matt Tuiasosopo is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. DJ LeMahieu will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8. Here's the 1-1. And here's a swing and a ball lifted in the air into fairly deep center field. Parra has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Nolan Arenado will try and erase his 0 for 4 in the ballgame. Diamondbacks getting some action out in the bullpen now as J.J. Putz has begun to get loose. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's hit sharply past the mound and on into center field for a 1-out single.
Well, they haven't really needed him so far, but finally comes through here to wipe out that over in his 5th try.
And this is lined hard to deep left. Trumbo there to make the play, and there are 2 gone now. Troy Tulowitzki will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. 2-2. And now this is swung on and pulled down the third base line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And they'll stop the runner at second base, but there are 2 on and 2 out now. Michael Kadire will stand in with a showdown looming. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 8. Runner not going anywhere at second. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. But he will make the catch on the dead run as he tracks it down just shy of the wall, and the side is retired. 2 left for Colorado as they hang on to their 5-3 lead. Didi Gregorius will be the one to start things off with his guys in need of a 9th inning rally here if they're going to force a game 5. But Troy Hawkins is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 32, LaTroy.
Didi Gregorius will come forward now trying to stave off elimination as he'll get the first crack at things here in their half of the 9th.
Well, it's so hard to believe that everything they've worked for all season long comes down now to these final 3 outs.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Full count, 3-2.
And down by 2, you better believe they'll take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner.
And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. Gonzalez is there, 1 away.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer. Comes in firing darts, and it's a very quick out, number 1.
Swing and a high pop drifting into foul territory. And this will stay playable as it's taken in just shy of the screen for the second out. Gerardo Parra will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. A purple and black crowd of 50,000 plus on their feet now in Denver. And this is fouled back and out of play. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Now a fastball driven the other way out to deep left field. And the Rockies have more baseball to play. They're headed to the National League Championship Series.
Well, that's a pretty good celebration going on down there on the field, but they know that they have a lot of work left to do, and they'll start thinking about it all over again here in a couple of days when they play in the NLCS.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the NL Division Series on MLB The Show.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Rockies. 5 runs, 15 hits, 1 error. They left 12 men on base. For the Diamondbacks, 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher is Yolis Chassin. The save to LaTroy Hockey. Loss goes to Trevor Cahill. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 1 minute. Tonight's paid attendance, 50,445. The Rockies thank you for joining us here tonight. And as you exit Coors Field, we remind you to please drive home safely.